Good morning. We're at Big Bear, California at the Snow Summit Ski Resort. Bright, beautiful day on the lift on our way up. So before we do a gear check and talk about some trails, you can actually see a little bit of it. Off to my left here, we have the Average Joe's jump line, and to the right, we have the, what's this one called? Is this Globo Gym now? I think this one's called Globo Gym now, but that's their beginner jump line. If you're fine-tuning your skills, they're really, really good lines. The Average Joe's is actually really fun, as long as you don't have a crosswind, which it looks like we might have today, so we'll see later on. So, quick gear check. Got my Race Face downhill knee pads, my Decline elbow pads. These are more of an XC pad, but they're very comfortable. Full face helmet, very much recommended. I would even say borderline required, depending on how you're riding at downhill parks like today. I've got my Smith goggles with the Chroma Pop lens. I would strongly recommend those lenses if you are in the game for a new goggle. Just stay away from the polarized. And if you want more details on that, look up Sunglass Rob. He'll give you everything. Dan, what do you have today?
Well, we have the 510 McCaskill shoes, some flat pedals. We have the Troy Lee Design Speed knee pads. These are typically more of a all-mountain knee pad, but I don't have downhill knee pads, but something's better than nothing. No name elbow pads. I go cheap. We got CRG tinted goggles, and we have the Bell 2R helmet that converts to a full face, or you can have it as a regular with no full face. And we got the Fox gloves.
Oh yeah, I've got my Tasco gloves. They're still in my pocket. I haven't put them on yet. So obviously we're pretty geared up today. And we're geared up because we're going to be doing some downhill, hitting higher speeds. Historically, we've hit speeds well above 30 miles per hour, sometimes even into the 40s. So if you're going to do downhill, you want the gear. That way when you fall, you are protected. This is a place where if you want to take it a little easier, you can. There's a good variety of trails. They have the Going Green, which is a beginner's downhill trail, as well as the Turtle Trail, which is much flowier. A couple little jumps, but nothing too crazy. Then we have Party Wave, which can go into Westridge or Miracle Mile. Party Wave is a jump line. Semi-technical, lots of big jumps, but they do all have go-arounds. So if you're looking to get in on that, you can definitely go around some of the bigger stuff if you're not quite comfortable. And once Party Wave splits, you can take Westridge, which is the ultimate jump line here at Snow Summit. Lots of really big tabletops. Most of them have go-arounds, but there are a few where you have to commit. That said, if you come up short, you'll be fine. They are tabletops. You do not have to come out here and clear everything. Dan and I definitely don't. We do our best. We clear the majority. And I would like to say that we are your average rider, so we do our best. Miracle Mile is a little bit more technical, a lot more technical, a couple small jumps, but there you're looking at more root section, rock sections, just really technical downhill riding. So that's a quick overview of the trails we have here at Snow Summit. On the back side of the mountain, they also have some cross-country areas, which are predominantly downhill and very fun. But for lift serve biking, I prefer to stick to the bike park. So stay tuned. So we're at the top of Chair 2. Chair 2, to get access to all the trails, you can go one of two ways. You can actually start in Going Green and connect to Party Wave, so we're going to do that real quick. Or you can take a left up here and take it down if you want to hit Miracle Mile and do the regular stretch to Party Wave. You good? So it is beyond windy today. And with that, I'm going to talk about riding in your limits for a minute. So Dan and I we're decent jumpers. You can probably hear the wind right now. Hopefully you can hear me over it. Dan and I are okay jumpers, but we are not very good at mid-air adjustments. So when the wind takes our bikes, it can be very bad for us. So unfortunately today, with our first round of videos, we're going to be taking it easy on the jumps. But, just a perfect example of always ride within your limits. Especially if you can have the correct mindset of mountain biking is about having fun and not about impressing everybody. I mean, yeah, when you're 18, 19, sure, try to impress that girl. But when you're 34, married with a 3-year-old, I'd rather not go home in a cast and have somebody make fun of me. because I really don't care what other people think. I'm here to have fun, and have fun I will. So we're gonna go hit Party Wave into Westridge. If it's looking good, we'll hit some of the jumps. If it's looking super windy, we're gonna roll a lot of things. Here we go. This step down is so much fun. This is a great intro to jumping right here. It's so doable. That kicker scares the crap out of me. I've hit it a few times. I just can't seem to land it right. And each time I've had a close call, so I don't really mess with it anymore. This hit is super fun. It's kind of windy, so I don't know how hard I'm going to hit it. Not hard at all. This section's just fun, fast, little techy, little flow, nothing crazy. Kind of just let go of your brakes and let the bike do the work. This drop is super fun if you hit it with some speed. It's beautiful. And you land into this hill perfectly. Just like that. Time for a couple jumps. We got some air on that one. Wind pushing a little bit. On that second one. And now I'm nervous again.
Almost right up your back.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we're gonna drop into Westridge, meaning we go over the bridge. Under the bridge takes you to Party Wave, which will eventually drive you into Turtle or Miracle Mile. This thing is fun. Oh, not enough speed. I love this little step up right here. This thing's a blast. Rain gap. We did so much work on these berms, and they flow so much better than they did a month ago. All right, wall ride time. Give the wall ride is speed. Super windy right here. I'm gonna take these jumps easy. These ones I might be able to hit a little faster. They're not quite as exposed. Yeah, there we go. That was better. Cleared all three of those. They weren't as exposed to the elements. Ooh, that was almost bad. Getting super nose heavy. God, this burn is glorious.
Man, that berm really kills your speed. Gotta figure it out. New feature. Kind of doing little wheelie airs right now. Don't know why. All right. These berms coming up are super tight, so just be aware of that. See people go over them. Oh, heads up. Sorry, buddy. Oh, no worries. He's got one more guy right behind me. So one of the things about riding in a downhill park, if you're going to be with other people, be aware. Always helps to be friendly. There's no reason to yell at people for anything unless they really like endangered your ride. Like things like that. I see people get really aggro. Chill. So what? It blew your Strava time. Is it that important? There we go. Almost. You're gonna clear that thing. It's so big. So this one I always kind of roll. It kind of kicks you weird. I just don't like it. That's me riding within my limits. I don't like the landing either. This next one though is super fun. Got a nice kick, pretty good clearance, and this is like the scope of my limits. When I clear this thing, I feel really good about myself. Almost. Alright. That's Party Wave in Westridge. Super fun run. As you can see, most of the tabletops you can roll. And it's one where if you carry speed, you're going to have a good time.
All right, so we're going to do a quick bike check. We were at Snow Summit today, up in Big Bear, California. And obviously it's a downhill park, but a downhill bike is not always necessary. So I was on my Trek /9A today, the bike that you're looking at now. This thing is a little bit slacked out. It's definitely an enduro bike, and it has 160 travel, both front and rear. So at a place like here at Snow Summit, or any bike park for that matter, it's fine for me. I don't need the extra suspension. I don't need that extra slack. I actually like that I can pedal the bike. And I'm not going big enough to where a downhill bike is necessary. So if you're questioning your equipment, if you have a good enduro bike, you'll be fine. Dan was on his Nuke Proof Mega. Similar travel, 160 front, 150 rear. Also a little bit slacked out. Not quite as much as the Slash, but still very much an enduro bike. So if you have an enduro bike, it's a great place for this, or a great bike for this place, for this ride. It'll definitely treat you well. Unless you're really planning to go for it and you really want to go big, you're fine. But downhill bikes are fun. If you have it, bring it. But you don't need it. Alright, so we're going to change it up on this run. We're going to start on Party Wave and then drop into Miracle Mile. Take Miracle Mile all the way down, so we're skipping Westridge. So right now we're on that Going Green connector we did earlier. Just a fun little warm up. Adds a little bit of mileage. It's actually a really good place to work on your pumping. If that is a skill that you could work on, the skill I could work on. Has a bunch of little rollers that you can just kind of pump through. Especially if you're trying to pump and keep your wheels on the ground, which is something I'm very bad at. And a couple fun little runs too. Pump sections. So we're going to start at the same place we have been. A couple jumps up top, fast, flowy, little technical stuff.
then we're going to drop into Miracle Mile and get the full tech. Super fun, super fast, super techy. Oh, there's a lot of people out here now. Definitely give these guys a minute. They just drop in. And we can go through. So we're going to catch them. You ready? Let's go. Oh, there goes my bell. Worse by the second. So, for part of it, there's actually two ways you can go. We've been taking the jump line off here to the left, which is super fun. But now we're going to go this way just so everybody can see it. This way has a little bit more flow. It's got some good berms. It cuts out some jumps that, in my opinion, are super fun and worth doing. So I normally don't go this way. But just so everybody can see it, let's do it. So these berms are fantastic. They're super fun. There's a couple nice little transfers on them, which I'm not very good at, but for those of you that are, and you enjoy that stuff, this is your line. You do get one little jump right here, and it connects. Back to the same trail. So this time, we're going to go under the bridge to stay on party wave. A couple little jumps at the start, another big berm, and then one big jump that I really don't like to mess with. I've hit it a couple times. Frankly, it scares the crap out of me. So I don't really mess with it anymore. You know, that ride within your limits thing. This guy, it's huge. So from here, you can either take Turtle or Miracle Mile. It can march very well. You see the sign right here. Turtle to the right, Miracle Mile to the left. We can take Miracle Mile, techie black line, super fun. But be prepared for the techie stuff. Lots of rock gardens, a couple that are a little sketchy, like little rock drop sections, where if you're not ready for them, it could ruin your day. That section is a little rough right now. little flowy section. There's a nice little berm right here. Ooh, hello wind. This stuff is soft right now. Let me take a little slower than I normally would. Gonna give this guy a little space. There's a fun drop up here and I don't want to miss it. Whew, love that thing. Alright, so right up there you can bail out into turtle. If you decide Miracle Mile is not for you. Or if you want to go to the Average Joe's jump line from Party Wave instead of going turtle all the way through, that's an option. So in here, very technical. This thing looks scary. It's actually really easy to just go. A little bit more difficult on the longer bikes, but very doable. So in here, if you've never done this trail, check your speed. There's a little loop you do right here into a jump. And we're pulling up on some traps. Miracle Mile is actually the only trail that I ride in full downhill mode out here. The rest I do in trail mode. Because it's more about the flow than the tech. Wow, that's loose. That section's super techy. This is a fun little drop right here. You stay on the concrete. There's a stump to the right. Now we're going to get into a little flow. And a little jump at the very end. But it's not in the best condition right now. This stuff is loose. Super sandy. Whew, that was Miracle Mile. We're at the bottom of the Miracle Mile. Alright, so we are going to go hit Turtle Trail. So we're leaving from Chair 2. We do this little flowy section off to the left. Get the little pump section at the bottom. Oh, no speed. So Turtle Trail drops in a different place. It drops in right before Party Wave Westridge going green. And this trail is a great intermediate trail. It's a blue line. It's got a couple little jumps, but it's mostly berms. So if you're someone who's not a strong berm rider and you're looking to improve, it's awesome. It's also great if you're new to downhilling and you just need to get a feel for what downhilling feels like. This is your trail. So here we go. Berm City. So fun. Although this can be a killer on the hands. Just know that going into it. Ooh, these berms are a little soft. That's okay. Still gonna have some fun on them. You always want to try to keep your grip as wide as you can. Anytime you have a death grip on your handlebars, all it's going to do is wear you out. I almost went off the trail. Tiny little jump, but it was still fun. also a great intro to the pavers. These berms aren't for real, but they're enough for you to get a feel. And this is a trail where you can just kind of learn to trust your bike, start carrying a little speed. Learn to let go of the brakes a little. And sometimes that's what downhilling is all about. Just let go of your brakes, trust your bike, trust that your bike was made to do what you're doing. Now that said, on a cross-country bike, you may need to pump the brakes a little bit. But on something like what I'm riding, and my suspension is eating this stuff up. That's something you can get some air on if you know what's on the other side. I didn't, so I took it slow. If you're not familiar with the trail, first run through, take it a little easier. Ooh, little dust devil. Wow, this is super soft. Hello, wind. Oh damn, this is soft and bouncy. The wind's trying to blow my bike up. Trail. So turtle switch right here makes you go the right way. He goes like that. Elbow pad go. That was pretty good. That was fun. We're not right now, at least we're going to give you a full look at turtle. This is a fun little roll in. Just trust it. It's very doable. Now this berm is beautiful. Oh, look at that thing. High line all the way through. They did a good job fixing that thing. These berms right here coming up are a lot tighter. You can still carry some speed, but not quite as much. We're also a lot softer, unfortunately. Take the high line, it's not as bad. people tend to take the low line in these, especially this one. And this one, the hell. So if you highline these, it's going to be a little bit easier. Alright, this is going to drop us at Average Joe's. We'll roll through it just so you can get a look, but it's so windy today, I don't think we're going to do much jumping. But we can at least roll through so you can get a feel for it. Super fun run, just super windy today. Nice little step down to start. I can already feel the wind. I'm staying low on these things today. Kind of come through right here. Oh, wind took me. Yeah, too windy today. Windy's dog took the bike right out from under me that time. So that was Average Joe's. I'll bring you Average Joe's again in its full glory on a day where it's not gusting 20 miles.
Alright, so we're gonna just give a few final thoughts on our day at Snow Summit. This was not our first time, so I'll start there. We knew exactly what to expect today, and it did not disappoint. That place is fun. The few things that you should know and consider before coming out here. Number one is ride within your limits, and not just here, but anywhere. If you ride within your limits, you're going to have more fun. There's no sense in hurting yourself to try to show off. Ride within your limits, and you'll just have more fun. Number two, just talking along the lines of safety. Today wasn't bad. It was pretty uncrowded, but we have been up here on days where it is packed. If somebody's coming up behind you, I mean, the rule is you have the right of way, but be courteous, let them go. Then they're not going to be riding on you. If you fall, then you're not going to get run over. I mean, just let them pass. If somebody is clearly going to be faster than you, and you guys are starting at the same time, let them go. It'll just make everybody's life easier. And just make sure you have the right equipment. Those are my final thoughts for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my Strava, and obviously subscribe.